Thank you for accepting to love me. I still love you as well.
Patrick Okore radiates an inexplicable joy, a joy that evidently comes from deep within his soul. The joy is evident as he pushes his wife's wheelchair around the front of their home in Kumi town. At 40, Okore, who is head of the Marrieds Fellowship at the Pentecostal Assemblies of God Church in Amoria district, has been married to Sarah Okore, a 38-year-old invalid, for the last 10 years. His wife is blind and cannot talk. The couple has lived in Kumi district since 2009 and they have 8 children, 4 of whom are adopted. Their marriage has been a long walk through the fire.
I first met Sarah way back in 1998. She used to be too energetic. And so she would ride a bike like any other man. Everybody would wonder, how do I have another man in my house?
Okore proposed to a physically fit Sarah in 2007 when she was at Chambogo University pursuing a course in development studies. He was in his senior 6 vacation. By 2009, she had started working, but just before she graduated with a first-class degree, she was diagnosed with rheumatic heart failure, a condition in which the heart valves have been permanently damaged. She became bedridden in 2011.
The doctors who came to assess said the condition was reversible, and so they put her on lisinopril, 10 milligrams, and she became well.
On August 4th, 2012, the couple were married at the Pentecostal Assemblies of God Church in Kumi town. Their happiness lasted 10 days.
On the 14th of August, she just about sweated and the whole bed was wet. I asked her, have you susued? She said no. We did tests after test after test after test. And there was no cause of disease, but the patient was in dying condition.
Although he had graduated with a degree in procurement, Okore had failed to find formal employment. He sustained his family by taking up casual work. The house they live in today was donated by their best man and matron. In April 2013, doctors put Sarah on dexamethasone, a steroid.
So she swallowed Dexa for a long time, and I'm told the effect of Dexa was what created the cataract in her eyes. And so with that, we knew that the page of sight was gone.
After his wife went blind, Okore stopped all medication. He decided that his wife would live by the grace of God.
This condition has been financially demanding. Bedsheets have been my highest expenditure before I got Pampers. And so every month I must put aside 100,000 shillings, steady, for Pampers.
In 2014, Sarah's maternal instincts kicked in and she carried a twin pregnancy to full term while bedridden. She delivered by cesarean at Mulago Hospital, but unfortunately, one of the twins died. There were questions though. Some found it callous that a bedridden woman should have to bear the burden of pregnancy.
It's the nurses who were blaming me. They asked my auntie which kind of man this was who would pregnant a woman in this condition. And so the auntie responded and said, whom else did you want him to pregnant?
The couple now have 4 biological children. The first delivery was by cesarean, while the rest were natural births. The 3rd and 4th deliveries happened at home.
One of my aunties asked me whether it is easy to be a widower at an early age.
Taking care of an invalid comes with challenges. Sarah has a hyperactive left hand that can cause distraction.
It's her mode of communication. I don't know what she wants to say when you are sleeping actually, but you just wake up to discover that you have been punched, and it's a hard one, a very hard one.
A lesser man might have cursed God and fallen to temptation, but Okore chose to believe in God for his wife's healing and has resisted the temptation to find another woman.
I grew up knowing that a man is supposed to get married to one wife, and he can only remarry if that woman is dead.
Okore now works as a project director for the Urban Child Development Center in Amoria district. Companionship in marriage is important, but now Okore must deal with loneliness on a daily basis.
You know, in family, you have decisions to make, you have roundtable discussions to do, but I live as a loner. And so I have some friends I have adopted as my punching bags.
On August 6, 2022, Patrick and Sarah Okore celebrated 10 years in marriage. Reverend Simon Peter Emiao, the General Overseer of Pentecostal Assemblies of God, who 10 years ago joined the couple in marriage, is amazed by their journey.
I feel challenged. It defeats my understanding, but I'm attracted to it. I'm attracted to Okore and his wife, but the way they are, I mean, like I look at it and I say, this is not ordinarily. God must be in this thing.
Tears flowed freely as Okore thanked God for his mercies and grace and submitted the next phase of his marriage to God's will. GILLIAN NANTUME, NTV Tonight.